Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We're gonna pull from Yin Yang, see what's up for the collective. Alright? Here we go. I'll do 3 shuffles and then we'll start. 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll pull from the tip. Alright? Alright, first card out. Limitations and fears. Yes, of course. This is definitely what collective is facing right now. Okay, now we're gonna shuffle this way. Set the tone. We got water signs or water energy. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. So real quick, before we move on, let's talk about how when we do have fears and limitations, we need to be more like water and flow. Okay? Water can hold space. Water can the mobility of water is fluid. That's the word. Fucking fluid. So when we're facing limitations or fears or feel like that within whatever it is we're experiencing / the world, we need to flow like water. Okay? But of course, the dark side of the moon. The dark night of the soul. Yikes. Again. Okay, this must be a new wave. Hello friends, I'm Ashley. This is my channel, and I have been through hell and back in the depths of my own soul. And what we are experiencing is the need to integrate our shadows, the need to heal ourselves, the need to have the courage to change. I love it when this card comes out. What's happening? I don't care. So, when we decide, because life is that, just making decisions, third eye clarity as well. So coming into consciousness, allowing your third eye to open, right? Stay woke. Okay, that requires your eye to be open. Your third eye is the process of being able to not only heal ourselves, integrate our shadow, but also to critically think, to release ourselves from the shackles of this indoctrination that leaves us feeling like this, like we're haunted. It's an arm of a ghost. Like we are haunted by something. And usually what we are haunted by is our own past. And the way that shows up in our present and future, right? So in order to flow, become fluid, even the playing field for ourselves, within ourselves, we go through shadow work. We integrate our darkness. We acknowledge our pain, the pain we've caused others. We take charge of our life. We commit to knowing better and then doing better. Okay? Becoming part of the solution, not the problem. We have fire energy. I really like this card. So the signs associated are Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. Maybe relevant, maybe not. We don't really do shit like that over here. We're more about collective liberation. But this fire looks like she's underwater, which brings me to that one song, Fire Underwater. Go listen to it. There was a reading a couple months ago where it took us like a really long time to figure out what song that was because I was inspired by that. Yeah, be open to receiving the information from your own depths. And it may feel like this, right? It may feel like you are on fire diving, but remember that water is the antidote to fire, okay? even if there is fire, you can flow through it. Okay? Especially if you're submerged within self. Ooh, I like this reading. This one's good. Yeah, confusion, illusions. So I really like it when these two come out together because the antidote to, I like how this is a contradiction reading. This is nice. I get it. There's like pairings happening. The illusion and confusion that we've all been indoctrinated into these systems. We've been told certain narratives. We've been told certain stories. We've been forced or encouraged to follow certain societal norms. Fuck all of that, okay? Gaining clarity on who we are outside of, without the indoctrination of this absolutely evil, awful system, is essential to awakening our third eye and healing and doing this shadow work and inner child healing. When I say inner child healing, I mean like each of us have a little kid inside of us that experienced some gnarly shit, and a lot of us were taught, or the behavior was modeled to us by boomers and other self-centered people, to just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we went through. You just, but like all of that embedded information or experience led us to different behaviors and characteristics that we have grown up thinking are our personality traits, when in all reality those were just trauma responses, and we can let them go now because we are older and wiser and we know better. So through the dark night of the soul, you may have memories and nostalgia come out. I do have a playlist called Chasing Nostalgia, kind of my favorite thing, especially for us millennials or 90s kiddos. We have a tendency to want to remember how good things used to be, regardless of what trauma we experienced. Kind of try to recreate that when in all reality, the entire world is on fire around us, okay? And we need to do something about that, okay? We have family, home, and commitment coming out. We have transcendence and unity. We have North Node, cosmic purpose. North Node is currently in Pisces until the summer of next year. What that means is Pisces is the depths of the ocean in the zodiac. It's the last of the zodiac. People who have Pisces placements are able to tap into, well, Pisces energy is able to tap into all the other zodiacs and like kind of chameleon characteristics. So that energy is necessary right now in terms of growth and change for all of us. And we have trust in divine timing. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and trust what you're going through. Trust that whatever challenges or uncomfortability you are being faced with within this process, it is for your growth. It is for the betterment of you, in order to turn around and make the world a better place, right? We don't just do shit for ourselves over here. We have ego deaths and we enjoy them because it's constant growth. We enjoy being triggered by people because we introspect and think, why did that person make me feel this way? How can I heal that so that I don't have to feel that? We allow our feelings to flow like we're on a pirate ship. I have a pirate ship over here. So the emotions are the waves and we are the pirate ship. It's a metaphor, friends. Chill out. So we allow our emotions to flow, okay? Again, speaking to this water. Allow fluidity within our lives, right? Don't have to be so rigid. The system is rigid. It needs to be in order to make people participate. We are 80% water, like these bodies, like these actual physical bodies. We are meant to flow and be fluid and to shift and change. Sometimes we're smooth, sometimes we're wavy, you know? You get it? All right, I'm gonna move on. Regret, repression will probably come out in a Dark Night of the Soul. Again, allow it and be like, why? Don't get stuck in a space of regret. There's nothing you can do about those things now except move forward with the knowledge. We know better, we do better. So that's all, friends. Sun, strength, and empowerment. Staying true to who you are. Acknowledging your own strength. Acknowledging how much strength it takes to be vulnerable, to be healing, to allow ourselves to feel. All right. Higher self activation, yay. Our higher self, so we don't get access into our higher self until we go through this process of Dark Night of the Soul and opening our third eye. And then we get access to our higher self that can guide us. Our higher self is the part of us, it's like our soul. It's the part of us that's going to guide us to being better. It's the part of us that doesn't have to worry about being a human. It is our best self, okay? So I like to think of life as a combination of like higher self, inner child, present being, and constantly flowing through this relationship between those things. That speaks to this transcendence in unity, and also cultivating this space of home within self, becoming your own home, committing to yourself, right? To this process. And that's going to lead you into your purpose for the greater collective, which is, hell yeah, that's the goal, bro. Okay, 3 more from this deck and then we'll switch over. Okay, control tactics, toxicity bound, and patterns. Okay, we don't want to stay in this energy. We want to recognize where those things are coming up for us, what behaviors we've, outgrown. I had to quit smoking last year. I fucking love smoking. For health concerns, and also I was blocking my own throat chakra. It took years to quit because I was like, dude, I know I want to quit this. I can't quit it. I was doing emotion code. I was doing therapy work. I was doing all this other motherfucking bullshit. And then finally I was like, you know what? I'm doing this shit to myself. And like, I know people want to take me out. I know people want me off of this planet. So let me not help them with that. I'm gonna quit. Okay. So whatever motivates you, whatever floats your boat. Okay. Whatever motivates you to activate this part of yourself, that is like an activation is here. Whatever it is that you need to do in your physical vessel, this present self, to activate your higher self, to be stepping into this version, to only compete with who you were yesterday, as a constant, to be inspired by people who have things that you want instead of envious of them, right? It takes a lot of work to get to this space. Inner child healing at the bottom of the deck is essential to this process as well, right? And that is what the Dark Night of the Soul is. It's this relationship, again, we already talked about this, between who I am right now, who I used to be, who I know I can be. Okay? I'm gonna end it here. This was a pretty solid reading. Whenever you feel like you need a little extra support, use water. Water is a living element. You can also use fire safely if you've got big, strong winds. I would advise against it. But water, you can speak into your water. If you've ever heard of the 2-cup method, it's a dimension jumping method where you take 2 cups with water and you place, like, you write intention on the cups and then you like pour it. So like, this is where I am right now, but like, I want to manifest this for myself. I want to have emotional stability. I want a house, whatever. Focus on healing before you start manifesting things around you. Otherwise, you're gonna kind of set yourself up for failure if you're only focused on physical aspects. You need to focus on your physical. So using the 2-cup method, you could be like, intentionally, I want to remember the trauma I had as a child because a lot of that has been repressed. These are just examples. So you're going to take one cup and then you're going to take the other cup and you're going to write your intention or third eye your intention, and then you're going to pour the water. And the water is a living element, so the water is going to, again, flow with what you're desiring. And then you can ingest it and be like, and then intentionality is the most important thing. Continue being intentional about your own healing, about your own growth, about your own impact, and have the courage to change. Do not let any of these negative qualities or things, yes, acknowledge them when they show up. Acknowledge what's controlling you. Acknowledge the regret you've had. Acknowledge what your fears are. That's part of the integration process, right? We don't shy away from that stuff. Lots of people do, but over here we don't. That's how we heal ourselves. That's how we come back into union with ourselves. Okay? Right on. Have a good one.